Good evening, this is Nerdist a Human, and welcome back to our Western Roman Empire campaign on Rome towards Barbarian Invasion. And you join us at Rome, where the Queens of Source are on their way. Yes, the Carriage Ballistae are soon coming. But before we get to those, probably a good time to reflect on how we did last time. And to be honest, well, things are going okay, you know, considering the hordes of barbarians at the gates and the crippled economy, the internal rebellions, the mostly terrible generals, and the religious strife. All of that aside, it's actually going okay. We've managed to Christianize much of the core empire here very quickly, getting it converted. We have, the Christian man, Spurius Flavius, over here, ready to convert yet more territory. That's good news. The Alomanni will soon be under our heel, and the Celts and the Berbers have both been delivered strong early below. Now these rebellion regions, I feel like they're going okay. We know what we're doing. We've got strong enough force. They're just piles of peasants at this stage, and it's the same with Tarraco over here. So yes, we can just knock these guys out without too many problems. Hopefully the rebellions don't cause more rebellions, because the unrest does very much catch. So we need to be careful about that. Only place where religion's maybe more of a problem is up here at Augusta Treverorum, where I've maybe been a little bit trigger happy. I sent away my diplomat too, and he was very helpfully converting the region. Got to keep an eye on those characters. This guy here is probably converting this back to paganism right now, which is probably part of the problem. But I would say, as first turns or first episodes go, I think we did a pretty good job overall. We've stabilised some of the core territories. Christianity is very, very much where we're going. And to be honest, I should probably check who the factionaire is and check if he's actually Christian. He is indeed. That's a good start, That's a very good start. We'll have to have a good look at that screen a bit later in the episode. For now, at the very least, we know if the faction leader died tomorrow, it wouldn't turn into a pagan. That would be very, very bad indeed. In terms of the Borderlands, we are now at least starting to reach some of our neighbours and maybe sell some more map information. That would probably be a very good plan indeed, actually, because that was quite lucrative for us last time. Right, let's end our turn and let's see what the game has in store for us today. Well, we have some trade rights with the Goths. That's a good start. I'm going to, again, just sell my map information to people. It's a pretty bad time to do it because I'm on minus money, but do I have a siege I'm about to win? Potentially I do have a siege or two I can win, so I'm just going to offer... You know what? I know that these barbarians are absolutely loaded, so we're just going to ask for this kind of thing. See, actually they went quite a high offer there, so maybe we can do more with this than bargain for. So 2,500 to 250. Fine, we'll take it. That's lowered the deficit quite significantly. We can use this guy as well. Oh, that's exactly who I wanted to talk to. Sarmatians, we can get peace treaty with them, potentially. We'll also keep an eye on, yes, the barbarians coming in our direction. Minus money, obviously. City expands. That's terrible news, frankly. 3.5% growth rate. That's never going to be expanded, I'm afraid. Powerful faith. Paganism is back in control. Not surprising. Oppius Flavius. Another Flavius has got himself married. He got the pagan married. That's not supposed to happen, but he's off to a quincum anyway. So no need to worry about that. We're going to send him this way so he doesn't muck up Carnuntum, which has lost the most Christian man ever Christian, but he's converted 73% of the population on his way, so that's fine. And with the new church, that will be mostly converted, and it'll be a little bit more chill. Okay, Rome is building the greatest troop of all time. We've got an army here, and I don't know what I want to do with it. It's just burning a hole in my pocket right now, so I'm going to need to make some more decisions, as if I haven't made enough already. So the Christian man. Christian. This is already 55%. This is already 84% here, so we don't need to worry about that. Vindelicorum, my good sir. What are you at? You need some converting. So we're going to send you into Vindelicorum for now with the faction leader. Obviously, you are his best friend. We'll actually pass over his historian and his elder senator for now because he's 63. I don't know how long he's got. And frankly, we need someone to write the history of this great man. Could do a battle or two, but we'll get to that in time. Okay. Luckily, because Alomanni is not well defended. Oh yeah, we got a peace treaty for a pile of money. Ah, we're going to burn it down instead, my good sir. So this obviously will be pagan. We'll convert it with the Christian man, and then hopefully, yes, Tivarorum will be okay, because this is still a problem and I don't like it. Well, ignoring that, obviously there's a bit of rioting in Tingi and Dalrider. That's been dealt with. Dalrider's chill now. We'll get this under siege with the infantry. The cavalry, meanwhile, well, we just got a pile of peasants to take out. So, you know what, let's go have some fun. Let's go and smash these guys into oblivion. A beautiful scene here. We can see the Straits of Gibraltar. I don't really see Gibraltar. I see a little kind of tiny disc of land that is definitely not Gibraltar, which, yeah, haven't quite pulled that off. But it's a lovely view nonetheless. You've got the boats in the distance, and soon you've got a pile of dead peasants who seem to have chosen to stand down the hill. Not really sure why. So we're just going to get these guys to charge in, and I probably should have just slightly slowed this down for a moment, but they have seemed to have annihilated them instantaneously. Beautiful. So there we are. I don't know why Gibraltar's sitting over here. I mean, I guess it's, I know, Sierra Bermeja or whatever, one of the mountains down here in the south of Andalusia, but you know what, it's absolutely fine. They're all dead now anyway. They don't need to know which mountain it is. And in some ways, the old smashed pagan shrine over here is somehow fitting. It's actually the pagan general, but yes, you are a man of a former era, my good sir. Your men will soon be a thing of the past. But yes, much like these peasants, didn't have a great go today. This is why got a boat that's a bit landed there. Yes, this is why you very much destroy the infrastructure before you decide to let everything rebel. It's going to rebel, but this is definitely the better way of doing it. As if perfectly planned, we've not only managed to get back to the city, but we also have exactly 100 build points ready to get a couple rams for next turn. Marvellous news. Tarraco also under siege, but we'll need another turn for a second sap point. And as for the rest of this, well, I think the only other real plan of action is just a bit of a poke at these troops. Just going to send the cavalry forward. Apparently they don't want to do this, but we're going to head in anyway. Now there are some chariots here, which could in theory be awkward, but you know what? We're just going to charge them with a general, and I'm sure it will all be fine. I'm feeling bold, what can I say? Unfortunately, the slingers have managed to land a hit or two, and these chariots are going to throw the odd spear. They're a little bit strange, to be honest, as a unit. They're not particularly strong, but they could still be a bit awkward for us, so we're going to continue to plough towards them. General's just going to charge them down, and the slingers are broken and running away. Marvellous news. So yes, this guy's going to get himself pinned into the corner. Get yourselves over here. Get yourself over here, and we should presumably hit him. Well, apparently we're running straight at the rear chariot as ever and not actually going to charge them down properly, which is a bit frustrating. So yes, we're just going to have to do a bit of a chasing game into the corner here. Looks like it's going to work, but I don't really want to send in these Sarmatians. I really want this to be the general's job. So let's continue to gallop in this direction. Yeah, and are we going to pin them? Nearly. This is slightly ridiculous. Yes, Sarmatians! Right, this is probably going to end badly for these Sarmatians, but okay, if we catch them, yeah, they're gonna scythe us. They're gonna scythe us. Get out of there! Okay, and with that, blow the horn of destiny, my general, and we'll start hacking them down with you. That'll be absolutely fine. He's got the extra hit point for a moment just to be able to deal with this. So yeah, we don't want to lose any unnecessary cavalry. Now they're chasing us. For Pete's sake, this is ridiculous. Okay, we'll just turn around. We'll poke them for a second, hold them in position, and then pull back out. We really get shredded by chariots. This is why I want to do the general's job. Come on, general, you do it. I'm sure you'll be fine. Probably. We hope. Got to blood them in properly. And anyway, this guy's a pagan, so it's no problem if he did die. But he did not. Off they go, galloping into the distance. We'll take down their general. Probably should note at this point that we can still get scythed down by the chariots as they flee, so we'll run them down. Probably a bit of a waste of our Sarmatians, but you know what? It's okay, you managed to get the pin off, and the general will re-heal. It's probably a good thing that Placus the Horseman here didn't die, because yes, Dux Britannium plus 3 morale for troops on the battlefield. It is a new turn, by the way, which is why we have plenty of movement points, and very much tempted to get the eye moving across, although don't worry, there was one of the few towns that was rebellion. We also got a transgression with the Saxons. They're offended that we wanted them to pay for my map information. Don't know why they'd be quite so offended at that, because, you know, it's my map information. But there we are. Apparently they're annoyed by that, so yes, cue their invasion before too long. But they're not a horde faction either, so killing them isn't something that I'm too worried about. As for the rest of this, though, not going too badly. We have ourselves Marcus the Gambler. Oh yes, excellent. Now, if I'm right, are you not supposed to be someone who's supposed to actually be battling? Oh, he's scarred, so actually no, he's good. It's the other guy I'm thinking of, isn't it? This lad here. Yes, Gratianus the Lily-Livered. He's the one who needs to stay well back. Okay, so I think this is where we need to be heading in, actually, because Alomanni, that capital will be worth quite a lot. And then we can... Ooh, here come the reinforcements, probably from Carthago Nova, I would imagine. But we'll have it taken out by then, and then we can just block the bridge. Perfect. Okay, so a few sieges to get on with this turn. I think we'll start, though, with Vicus Alomanni. It's the most important, the biggest of those battles. So, what does the game think? Faction leader and some other lad. He's a weak-chinned chap, so hopefully he'll go down easy. And as for the faction leader, he hates Romans. +2 command when taking us on. He's brave, which is unfortunate for us. But that is just the way that it goes. Not many men under his command, though, so thankfully he hasn't got all of these guys on high morale. We can pick those off on the edge of the battlefield. So yeah, we're going to go intercept those guys, I think. What do we have again? 2 spear warband and 1 Lombard archers. Pretty decent. So the troops, if they were in the city, outside the city, looking very, very vulnerable indeed. With plenty of archers, we've committed tenses of this battle. So yeah, Marcus the Gambler, I don't think this is too much of a gamble. I think we got this. Let's it in. Well, as the battle begins, we're going to try and wipe out these reinforcements before they can get to the city. The gate is up here, just over there actually, but we can very much block their way up to the city down this colossal hill, which is quite hilarious as far as I'm concerned. As for the other part of the battlefield, we are just getting our men straight into position. Plenty and plenty of missiles being laid down on anyone who gets too close. It's just a palisade. Nothing particularly good. We'll start weakening their hit points. Down over here, I mean, we're actually in range. That is obscene, but I think we are actually in range. It's just like 2 men stuck at the back. Yes, there we go. We can actually shoot them from here. That is ludicrous, but magnificent. Yes! Oh, I love it. So the Lombard archers are getting shot. If I actually got the Lombard archers at the front, then I will just potentially charge them with the general. Weirdly, they're going towards the gate over there and not this one, which is slightly confusing. So my soldiers are at the gates. That's great. Lombard archers have now split off, which is perfect. We're just going to get shooting this direction and charge down that unit of archers. Down the hill, the cavalry charge. They are going to go flying into the next valley, quite frankly. Absolutely colossal charge. They are gone. The proverbial cheese has indeed melted. We must be in sort of southern Germany, Switzerland area anyway here right now. So perfect stuff. Okay, I tell you what. You guys go for a volley. I want to keep some of my missiles back. But you know what? We will, though, come in for a bit of a charge. Anytime. There go the volleys. Marvellous. You guys get your charge in. And we'll hit these guys in the flank. They're already broken. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You know what? Yeah, we should just mop them up as much as possible. Archers are done over there. What about this, by the way? Should probably pay some attention to this battle. They are leaving it alone. Perfectly timed, really. Perfectly timed. Yeah, they've decided to vacate that particular gate. So, you know, I'm just going to send the cavalry to mop this up. Mostly, we look like we're done. Conveniently, I think they're going to open the gates for us, aren't they? So we'll just pull back for a moment and head back in. There we are, there are the gates. And if they're going to open them for us, it won't bother sending these guys all the long way around. No, we'll just walk. We'll just run in the open. Run through the open gate, my good sir. Pete's sake. We had that wide open. Please don't get too close to him. We need him to open the gate. Get away from Steve. Get through the gate. There we go. They're ours now. Well done, Steve. You're an utter numpty and you cost your whole entire peoples their freedom. Now let's just get on top of Steve and we'll send these troops into the city. This is a strong enough force actually to stand by itself if they want to come and take us on. So that is just perfect. Okay, let's get people moving in and we can attack from 2 angles. Unfortunately, having not quite taken out all the archers, they are going to start getting shots in. So we've just immediately had to run them down. I think we've eradicated them from the game. That's good. And do they want to do anything about it? I think they're too late to do so. Oh, marvellous. So with that done, yeah, we are starting to get the others around the back as well. Conveniently, the gate they entered is actually where there is no entrance to the plaza. But you know what? I'm quite happy with, yes, taking the rear and the frontal assaults together. That will be magnificent. Well, we have ourselves in position now. You can hear the arrow fire begin. We've got one with a lovely shot between the trees and the buildings. We've got some over here. We have all the javelins ready to come in. And they are being attacked from both sides. This is probably the less sensible way to come, guys, in spite of the lack of the general. Because, oh yeah, we have an awful lot of committed tenses on this side. We're going to go on to guard, please. But yeah, they're doing it over here as well. The general is routing over there. That's fun. Down he goes. Lovely stuff. And Limitane, you can try and get yourself around this flank because that's kind of what you're supposed to be doing. Get my general in on this because there are quite a lot to take out. Oh, they actually blew the horn of quit because they're Limitane. Not surprising, to be honest. They are absolutely terrible. They had every tactical advantage they could ever ask for, but no. They decide that they're going to flee. So we've, yeah, these guys mostly dealt with, pushing us back a little bit. Bit of a chunky affair, as you might expect with a general. Aside from that point, we're actually doing a pretty good job. We need to get these guys, you know what, let's go off guard. Let's go straight into like the full assault, because I want these archers to start getting a good shot in. Limitani are still running through all of this. General is getting chunked down himself, but now he's fleeing as well. That's perfect. Okay. The Limitani are now in position, now that they're actually not fleeing. Down goes the enemy king. Good news all around. Lost a fair few men in the process, but now, yeah, we can very much get ourselves into a far more. Oh, there we are. They're going to come in. Give them a charge. Charge! And down they go as they run in. That's perfect. Okay, all archers, shoot in on the spear warband, please. Whatever position you need to take up, do so. And the horses are flying into the walls at this point. Spearmen are going to run in. And at this point, to be honest, I'm going to send in the cavalry from the far side because we'll just get the general back because he's done enough for this battle. Marcus the Gambler has done his gambling for the day. There goes the victory. And I felt like it was Pegman Stadium there for a moment, but... And there goes the battle! These guys seem to have not decided how to run around a rock. These guys are about to hit the plaza again. We need to push them off. No! Oh, we're now going to get spiked. Great. It's exactly what you don't want. We've got spiked. No! Because they just got themselves back to give on the plaza and the Limitani have given up. Fine, fine, fine. We'll just do this way, I suppose. Come on, lads. Get in there. Archers, stay back, you numpties. Well, seeing as it is their last city, we will let them fight to the end. They've actually managed to take out a couple of our... Are you guys running past towers so you get shot? Limitane always find new ways of being useless, don't they? Utter numpties. I did put them at the front so they take the brunt of the general's charge, knowing that they were worthless. But victory is complete, and with that the Alomanni are gone. Well, it was mostly a clean battle, got a tiny bit messy at the end, but so you would expect when you wipe out a faction. So there we are, no Germans in the rest of history. No problem there. And, right, what do we have in this city? Quite a lot of, I suspect, issues with public order is what I'm going to guess. Now, at the moment we are pagan, which is 100% pagan. He's a Christian. That's going to cause problems. So what we want to do is... I'm going to build the arena first, and then we're going to do the conversion, because I think, if I'm frank, we probably, just need to be sensible about this and just pick our moment. I'll reach out the general. Wouldn't mind training some of these generals up if we have that opportunity in our place. Now, we're going to send these guys over the border to convert it at the right moment. Not quite at the right moment yet. Yes, killer. Lombardi's... I don't think we chatted to them. Did we chat to them? Not sure. I guess I won't kill him yet then. Don't really want to annoy the French, so you know what, these guys are annoyed at me. Let's send my assassin over towards the Saxons, because clearly they're not my friends. 34% sounds like a good chance. We've already killed a couple people with him, so I fancy my chances now. With the money that we're picking up, my plan is thus. Some very, very nice mercenaries up here. I'm not going to buy many, but I do think I'll just need a few extra to get things over the line over there. So that's the plan. Next up, is this next up? Is this a good idea? It should be fine, he says. This is the faction leader. He's a Christian. Very, very nice. Got a bit of converting going on. I think we mostly have pagans around, don't we? You know, we'll head to Cordoba first. Cordoba should be a little bit of a simpler affair, so let's just go and take this man out. And frankly, the auto-resolve is plenty enough when it is just a general in the city. So, we can send our army now to the bridge. I'm going to leave one infantry behind. See, this is the problem, isn't it? Are they just peasants? They are just peasants, so yeah, no need to worry about the bridge. Or, as fun as it would be to take them down on that bridge, I think we're going to have to leave that for the time being. Now, you're actually a pagan, and obviously we've made this town Christian, which... Is that a problem? See, actually, look, we've already managed to flip it by giving it... Well, it worked out well that the Empire rebels were Christian. But that is certainly a positive. Okay. So what we want to do now is send this guy out of Tingi. There we go. Can we do that as well? No, Limitane. I am... what do I want to do? They can get some good troops there. And if I'm honest, it would be the worst thing to just eat up some population. So I'm going to see if I can get away with this. What are we on? Low tax rate. You know what? One Limitani, as we know, are going to be pathetic and useless in every way, so let's not worry about them. Let's send this guy back over here. Can't quite make it to the city, unfortunately. It will send the pagan lad out next time, and we'll just take on those peasants. That'll be absolutely no problem. Salamantica is just peasants, so actually the general on the Federati probably is good enough to take it. So yeah, we can reorganise ourselves and head over to Carthago. In fact, that's probably what we should be doing. I'll give it a turn just to settle down. Yes, the reason why you don't do auto-resolve is because you smash down the walls. But, okay, yeah, we'll just get some peasants to hold, because then we can send these troops over to Carthago. That should be plenty enough to go and take that. You see, we don't need a lot to take back these Spanish towns. Into Taraco then, where we immediately probably will have a problem. But we have two sap points and 2 ladders. That should be absolutely fine to open things up. We've got a general, a weaker general than him, to be fair. What is he, though, in terms of battle? He's a lazy pagan, quite frankly. He is, yeah, it's a gourmand chef, actor, herald, musician. He likes his watching this sport. He's an appalling builder. Well, he does sound a bit like a lazy glutton, doesn't he? So let's just send him into battle here. And if he happens to die, not the end of the world. Well, this should be an interesting battle. It's a little bit awkward. We do have 2 sap points. Unfortunately, the game selects where they are. They're right by the towers, but we don't seem to be getting shot right now. That is a very, very good sign. Peasants on the walls can still be tricky in a wall fight, but if we bring the walls down, That'll, yes, open up a nice way to victory, I would hope. It's really the general that concerns me most of all. The peasants could be tricky in terms of pinning us in place or just wearing us down, frankly. But we should be able to take them out without too much trouble. It's just, yes, with a stronger general, they're the faction leader with over 40 men there. We just need to make sure this guy is fresh enough to take him down. But with any luck, we can at least take some of these peasants down along with the wall. As the walls start to tumble down, I'm just going to get my other lads into position. Be about as close to this wall as they can, actually. Just not when it collapses, to be fair, sirs. Definitely don't be there when it falls down. But the peasants, oh, I think they're not moving. 60%. They're gonna go kablamo. Oh, yes. And down they go. They were bravely standing there ready for the fight, but at this point, yeah, I think they're going to be giving up pretty darn quickly. What we need is, right, they're already down there by the walls. What we're down to now, 80%. Are they going to be able to get to this breach before we get through? I don't think so, you know. That's very, very good news. 80%. Come on. Come on. Finish breaking. There we go. The mining is complete. And with that, run in. Run in. These guys, yeah, just run. Run into position now. Don't get yourselves shot. Just get yourselves into the city. Right, we need those infantry mostly safe to deal with. Yeah, here we are. General. Let's keep an eye on his general. He's on the plaza. Good. Yes, mostly what we want to do is keep these guys well out of the way of the towers and the peasants, because we need these infantry to take on the general. That's the best way of dealing with it. Now, of course, we do want to go and get these guys up on the walls and go and take it. That was a terrible, terrible charge, but if we're lucky, shaken. Okay, don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. Get the next unit. Run over there. Push them away. Push them away. We need these guys up on this wall, and I think in a good position to do it. Unfortunately, we're not really getting any proper charges in. The fact that there's probably still like one guy on the wall is slightly confusing, that fact. So, cavalry, get yourselves in as well. Really, I want most of this job to be done by the cavalry. Get yourselves up on that wall. The general doesn't know what to do. Does not know what to do at all. See, look, they're running in as well. Just get on the wall. Ugh. Okay, no one is following any instructions, which is really, really problematic. My general is getting himself trapped, which is the last thing we want. These guys are still safe behind the wall. These guys are getting shot again and again and again because they won't climb the darn walls. Just take it. Why are you charging at them? You know what, fine. We'll just rout them. Now that we've routed them, we now climb up the walls. Thank you. Now climb. Climb before the towers kill us all. Utter numpties. Look, we've lost quite a lot already, and that's really not how this is supposed to go. But if anyone wants to, like, do their job and get up here, please, please go and do that, because it's desperate, actually. We're losing a lot of men, and this is not what we need to be seeing. Thank Jesus we've actually captured this wall. That's at least something in our favour. Right, you, my good sir, no. Let's let them actually get off the wall, because that wall is going to shoot us. So we'll get out of the way of that nonsense. Get these guys ready to charge them whenever they actually get into position. Right, you, my good sir. You, my good sir. We'll just go and get these two guys up here. Thank you very much. You get yourselves in position. Archers, up on the walls pronto. We need you guys up here. And that should pretty much leave us where we want to be. This tower is potentially dangerous, but we get ourselves in position now. We'll hopefully have most of our troops left to take on the general. Time to charge in against these peasants, and with any luck, yeah, any luck, we have to break them fairly quickly. We're still getting shot by that tower, so a little bit too close still. Not the end of the world. These cavalry are pretty much here just to clear out these guys. If I'm honest, the archers can just shoot them from down there, because that will probably do a very, very nice bit of work on them. Let's get a volley in. Yeah, beautiful. Now, don't worry, just get yourselves up on this wall. That's what you need to do. General, close the trap, and with that, we should... yeah, we've got that under control. This tower is still going to be shooting us for a moment, but I think we're safe. The same problem is happening again. They will not climb the walls, and now this unit of archers is getting absolutely decimated. Will anyone do what they're told to today? And with that, this tower, which seemed to be shooting us all the way over there, it was actually ludicrous how far away it was shooting us, is finally under control. This is not going to plan, but I don't know, he might have a chance yet to make this work, but I'm starting to get nervous. Well, we're just going to charge into these peasants since they're standing there in the plaza ready for us. We'll pull out immediately, and I said immediately before you rout. They're just going to rout now. I just said charge them and run. That's what you're supposed to do. Well done. Just a couple men, but we've done some damage. That's what you're supposed to do. Now they're going to charge you. Now keep running. Keep running. That's how you horse. Good. That's how you horse. We've learned something, and maybe the general is going to follow us properly this time. Come on. You know, you want to... Oh, he's too sensible. He doesn't want to get shot by the arrows. Attempt 3. Can we just pull them in long enough? What's the range on these guys? It's about halfway down the street. See, they're just not quite getting teased far enough. This is where I want my horse archers, damn it. Well, if nothing else, the archers are managing to pull them in. Maybe with those peasants coming, lads, you should run away. Just said run away. I literally just told you to run away. Now you're being attacked. Well done, lads. Run away! You're supposed to be the D's, not the actual... Oh, for Pete's sake. You know what? You know what? The general's actually coming, which wasn't... Oh, well done. One lad managed to make the whole unit rout. Right, that's fine. It's absolutely fine, because now at least we're actually going to have the battle we want. Shoot him down. You guys, get on top of that general and keep fighting. Blow the horn of destiny. We're not supposed to have a rout here, because, yes, those peasants have caused some problems. You, my good sir, you should get back here as well. We're going to... How are we doing with this? 64-49. He's only lost 1. The archers are shooting into him. I'm going to try and pile my general forward at some point, but I've got to pick the right moment here. These guys are not doing enough. Not doing enough. The guard mode should be helping, but it's not doing anywhere near as much as I'd hope. Arrows hopefully starting to do their job. Get their cavalry in! Push forward, and just hope now that we can do enough. Oh, this is a struggle now. Oh, they're breaking. The infantry's breaking. We're going to have to do this the hard way. Down to... Yeah, we're buggered here. We're in big trouble. This is not going to work unless we get a lucky kill on this general, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Nope, that's the cavalry going, and the general is routing as well. Utter misery. But, archers on the wall, get your shots. Get your shots. We can still do this by shooting him down. He's in front of our towers now. So, you guys... Oh no, some of them are on the floor. These guys on the floor are going to cost us the battle, aren't they? They're wavering. Don't touch Steve. If they touch Steve, this is all over. Okay, we're holding because we're on the wall. Just about. They're not coming back. They are not coming back. Down to 25. Come on, lads. We've got the other archers back. Get the other archers back. We can still do this. Come on. Get your sorry archers back on the battlefield. Ugh. Please stay and fight. We can shoot you down from up here. It's actually glorious. I don't think it's going to happen. Well, there is still hope, ladies and gents. We've got 2 units of archers left, and with these guys poking them, time for these guys to run away. I told you to run away. The only way this works is if you pull them into range of those towers. Get out of there now. Get out of there. Yeah, the towers are really our only way of victory here, because even if the archers do shoot down the general, 18, quite doable. Even if they do, they are going to struggle in terms of dealing with the sheer amount of units. They're actually fleeing anyway. I don't think they'll come back this time. They had to hold, and they did not. The peasants weren't even bothering to chase. Interesting, the peasants are actually going to come and take us down on the walls. To be honest, they'll probably beat us if they actually get to the walls, but we can shoot them down if nothing else. These great heroes of Rome will hopefully do something for the annals. I don't think it's... Yeah, retreat. Good. They're broken. That's very exciting news. The other archers are gone. as is an absolute coward of a general. I mean, that's what you get when you use pagans in battle. Useless. It's the final stand, ladies and gents. Time for us to take our shots. Maybe, just maybe, we take out the general with a volley or two here right at the death. We have failed to take him out with the first volley. We get probably one more before the inevitable death. Come on, take out that general. I do not see him dying. One more volley. Come on, let it go. No, we failed to kill him. And with that, we've been clearly defeated, ladies and gents. I think the tower units not climbing the towers has cost us there. We needed those fresh general and fresh infantry units for that battle, and in the end, what was always going to be a hard unit to take out, yeah, just that bit too tricky. And frankly, our general is a pathetic coward. Well, you know what? It wouldn't be the Western Empire campaign without a defeat here or there. It's quite rare on my campaigns for there to be one of those. So there we are. However, sir, no coward of your caliber gets a gourmet chef, an actor, a great herald, or indeed a musician. You are a lazy, appalling glutton of a builder who supports the Whites. You support Tottenham Hotspur. That's why you're a failure, sir. Well, he's loyal if nothing else, but that's because he knows he's worthless. So we're going to go drown him in the sea. To be honest, it'll be his job to go and reclaim that soon enough. And to be honest, do we have troops to go and deal with that? Well, you need to deal with this. Fine. Well, this army will get round to that in time because we have more work to do. Retinue has been taken away from the worthless lad. Now, we do have some money from our previous encounters, so we next turn when we get going we can do something with that. But yes, for now the money is probably best spent over here. Gallo glasses, possibly a good plan. Couple solid infantry, that is probably what we need. This is still miserable. Okay, well, if it's going to be miserable, we're just going to send some of them out. It's not the end of the world. Get some peasants, use up the population, and hopefully it will just settle down. Who knows? Get these lads on the boats. Don't fancy that will necessarily win, so we'll just give that a go first. Should we do that or not? I think we should give it a go. We lost, but, you know, we're at least on the island now, so absolutely all is fine. They are 3 units, and you know what? It's fine. These boats can come back. There'll be rebels floating around the sea before too long. Okay, right, I'm going to have to look around the map, remind myself what there is to do, because that battle was long and painful. Well, it's a new day, and interestingly, Placus the Horseman has found himself an Irish lass to marry. How wonderful. He is now off in Ireland. I didn't hire the cavalry in spite of him being a cavalry commander of genius, but it looks like we've snuffed them out nice and early here. Some nice training for their Gurns, but not a lot else. There's a good chance Angus is about to die, actually. 67. Although I will say, he's looking very good for 67, so well done to you, my good sir. I'm sure the Irish diet is treating you very well indeed. Now, something I should have done a lot earlier, which I've just done, is I've changed the capital over to Mediolanum just to make it a little bit more central at this point of the game. Seemed like a sensible plan to me. So, yes, we're a little bit more central now, which has chilled out a lot of the problems. I've also decided to get myself a pile of diplomats. Now, in part because we do need some discussions going on, and also because I was really hoping we'd actually get some Christians. It looks like none of them turned out to be Christian, but actually we do have some pretty good diplomats over here, so not the worst start. This one I'm sure had 4 of them. Lovely stuff. As I say, sadly no Christians on them, but not the worst result in the world. This spy, to be fair, will be useful just to kind of keep an eye on some foreign businesses. So Oppius Flavius over there in a Quincum. Got ourselves a good force. We have, by the way, got a little bit of money, interestingly. You know what? Probably a good idea that we don't... Do I want to spend my only money on that? I don't know that I do, you know. But it would be a good idea to not have this dive plague, because we could do with our troops Gothic assassin. We are now neutral, my good sir, so please don't kill me. That would be good. But other than that, okay, island under siege. Good step. Their boats seem to have disappeared somewhere. They've gone to go and attack this ship. So we'll just send them back to port for now. Try and deal with those together. Burdigala, we've got the updates done now to the city. So, time to convert perhaps. Time to convert? Is that a good time to convert? I'm not sure it is actually. We've got it built up, which is a good plan. Low right now. If we did that, it would start. Well, you know what? We've got 125 public orders, so I think it's okay. Not the worst time in the world to try and make that transition. Now, you, my good sir, are not particularly good in terms of unrest. Oh, okay, +2 overall because of the +4 to law. That's actually kind of useful. And yeah, an extra 4. So actually, he's given quite a lot to the public order. Need to keep him in the city then. Some random units coming this way, probably just some peasants, I would imagine. And otherwise, Spirus Flavis over here, probably doing a very good job. Oh, look at that! Overnight, it's turned over. Oh, that is absolutely glorious. Right, so Tivarorum over here now has a massive conversion. Oh yeah, we can just send him on a tour. In fact, that will do the job in and of itself. So, you know what? We can take some of these troops, not all of them. We're going to take some of them. We'll put them on the bridge for now. That'll be fine. But yes, we should probably get these guys. Go back to Agrippina. Oh, they're not happy about that, are they? That apparently was a terrible, terrible plan, and he can't make it back. So, are you just a horrible, horrible man who they don't enjoy? I suspect that might be what's going on. Are they happy now? They are happier now. So, okay. Mistakes were made. There we go. Do you want peasants though? We'll just get one foederati. One peasant and it's chilled out. There we go. Okay, fine. Take in revolting peasants and just turn them into military so they can't rebel against us. Turns out to be an old trick that works very well indeed. Right, we do have a diplomat over here. So I'm going to go sit him by those chaps. Make sure we know what's going on. You, my good sir, can head over in that direction. We'll go and meet... Was it Lombardy we met already? Go meet the Burgundii instead. Yep, it's the Lombardy we just had a chat with. And the other lad, to be honest, I was hoping you were going to be Christian. So there's Burgundii. So we'll just go and have a chat with him. Keep someone on the borders where we can keep a chat to people. Now, Sarmatians over here who seem to hate us already, which is a bit of a shame. We have, yes, our Goth friends. Do we have Eastern Empire? We'll go and leave you over at Constantinople, just so that we have some eyes and ears on that part of the world. Okay, good forces in Ravenna. We need to come up with a plan, really. We should be able to use them for something. I don't really like them sitting around. It feels like a great waste of money. We do need some troops over in this part of the world. So maybe what we do, we grab our boat. We send some of our forces, not send in the ballistae chariots just yet. No. But we will get these guys close to the boat. Don't know about pirates, so be careful about that. And there are some Western Empire lads. Yeah, we'll send you over to go and deal with that problem. We need some proper troops to go and take that out on this occasion, because these guys are going to be busy for a little while longer. As for Cordoba though, yes, we're going to leave our pagan friend to deal with the murder, and the rest of you can head out. Yeah, we seem quite chill actually. That's very good news. So that means that you, my good sir, can take those extra guys with you. And there we go. There's an army on the bridge. Some peasants. You know, we'll see if they poke us next turn, but if not, then we'll head forward and we'll give them a poke. Now, Salamantica, what are we doing with them? We are sieging them out. Do we have much to work with? We have 2 rams and only 1 unit anyway. In theory, we could hire some Moorish raiders, but that would be pointless. I think after the last battle, we'll just siege them out, actually. I suspect that'll be the better plan. Okay, and finally, before we mop up for the end of the turn. We're just sending this guy as a scout into the mountains. There's the Berbers. The scout's already going to get himself murdered. But at least we know someone's coming. Can't help but notice the Eastern Empire have sent some of their troops over my border. Not sure why you're here, Severus. Also, as a name, slightly worrying that you're turning up in my land. Huns and Sarmatians, good. It's not me. Sarmatians do hate me though, so it's not the best thing in the world. Tivarorum, you can chill out. Now. You should be very, very Christian indeed with him in there. Oh yes, you are. Lots of conversion going on. So, Mr. Spurious. Come take your army. You're going to head over the border. You're going to swing over to Avaricum. You'll probably be joined by these chaps in a few turns. How's the converting going? It's made them less happy. Okay, we are slowly going to be converting them there. But once, yes, good old Spurious turns up, all will be absolutely grand. Okay, these places are fairly relaxed. No need to worry about them. In fact, this place is super happy, probably because they're still pagan and they've got a good leader there. It's probably because I gave him all of that retinue. So there we are, generous, which, craven coward. Interesting, seeing as this guy hasn't picked that up. He didn't fight that hard, it should be said. I wouldn't mind if he, came back to the battle, but he ran off after one attack, which was a little bit pathetic, I thought. Okay, so can't help but notice we might struggle against, like 10 units of peasants. Maybe, just maybe, that might be a problem. We'll see about that. Okay, Cordoba. Pretty happy at this point. No need to worry about that nonsense. Do have a diplomat in this part of the world. We'll send him over to Carthagonova just if nothing else, as a bit of a spy, as you might be unsurprised to hear. We did indeed lose out in that last cavalry affair with the Berbers, but they're probably on their way at this point, so with bearing in mind an archer or two in that town would not go amiss. I don't see them being too potent in attack against us, but we'll have to see about that. Oh, they've spawned a new general. That's not good. He's a Christian gatekeeper. At least they converted it for me already. That's something, isn't it? And these guys are just wandering around. They seem to have multiplied. I thought there was only one there before, but apparently not. Okay, things are coming together nicely. We are pretty much where we want to be. So, one ram. We need one more turn just to be sensible. They do have Druids and Galaglass, so there's some good units there. I'll mop up and we'll see how it goes on the end turn. Yes, indeed, we are going to be attacked by these guys, which is very interesting. I'm intrigued by retreating because I don't know where we'd retreat to. I'm just going to see if we do this a second time. Okay, we've gone around the side. Their boats are taking us on. We actually won. That's surprising. They are indeed going to take us on a second time. Wasn't the best retreating spot, my good sir. Okay, well, this could go interestingly. You should always feel confident when taking on a pile of peasants, but yeah, there are a lot of them. They are separated though, so Popular Hero +2 to morale, +4 to morale, and +2 to his hit points. So this is going to be a brutal affair, but hopefully a few good charges will do the trick. So let's see how this goes. This could be an interesting one. The reinforcements are going to be too late. Let's hit him. Reinforcements coming from over the hills there. Unfortunately, there's a big dip down there. Not going to be useful for me. We're going to charge on in, and I'm going to go for the second from the end. I'm going to go for the chariot charge sort of idea, because that will mean this unit, as we turn into them, will be hopefully hit by the morale penalty of this guy breaking. They didn't break. That's an unfortunate start to this battle. So that's one hit. Right. We've had a little bit of a gallop. Let's now turn around and hit the next unit. This guy's waiting up on the hill. And if we're not going to clear them out with general charges, we're really going to be in trouble here. We've just got to keep on going back and forth. I need to spread him out, though. Just so we've got things a little bit more... Yeah. Then we'll spread. Hit a few more units when we charge. Here's another charge. We're going to get tired if we do this too often. Unfortunately, the break is not happening just yet. We need 2 units of cavalry to do this. Just the one could be problematic. There is our first break. Okay, and that was probably the least chargy of all the charges. Let's just hit the next unit. It is already separated. They are next to their routing friends. And as ever, running through the unit tends to do the job with peasants. We're getting a bit trapped now. This is not what we wanted to see. There is a routing unit nearby, which is normally the best time to do this. They're still shaking, feeling secure on the hill. I'm not sure what hill they're on about, but I'm starting to worry that we're losing too many hit points here. I doubt they've actually hit us, to be fair, but we'll see about that. Yeah, there goes one of us. One of us has finally gone down, and that is not a good sign. I think at this point we just need to pick a target, and it's going to be this one over here, and then we're going to have to go and find a bit of space to recover because we're already onto winded, and that is not ideal. But that's a big hit on the rear, and mop them up. Oh yeah, okay. That gives us a good chance to immediately turn around and head into the next set of men. So over here, more troops with their back turned. Turn into them. We're going to do this. Smashy, smashy. Not quite the break I was looking for, but if we try running through them, there's some experience. They might be a little bit confused by that. Shaken and turn. Okay, this is unfortunately not there. Closing the trap. Oh dear. Unfortunately, his morale, the morale height is probably a bad thing because we kind of want him to survive this, which is going to be tricky. Considering, just considering the sheer amount of men and the fact that his morale's so good that he might just stay and fight to the death. Here we go, blow the horn of destiny, General. You're a little bit towards the front for my liking, and the infantry are going to come in as well. Not a great hit, and that was their trigger to start fighting. Okay, infantry, you've just got to hold. I know there's a lot of them, but you're just going to have to do it this way. Right, General, charge through them. Charge through them. You're just going to have to fight as long as you can. Can we kill the General? Kill the General. Yeah, get on top of their General. If we can. I'm not sure we can do that, but we've got someone routing. We're in the rear. Yes, there's one break. There's two break. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get the next break. This is it. This is the only way it's going to work. The General is now routing. That means there's mass rout. Yes. One of the armies is gone. Absolutely glorious source everywhere. Oh, and somehow we've done it. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Peasants. Peasants, peasants, peasants. It only just takes that little flick of the morale switch, and we've done it. I did not think we were surviving this, but oh, we've done that. Nice job. General is down, and how many can we mop up? I don't know, but it's just a beautiful killing field out here. Well, we may not have mopped them all up, because clearly with this amount of cavalry we were never going to, but 1,000 kills to their 13. Well, somehow we survived, and the legend of this man. Well, keep an eye on this name, ladies and gents. Well, it's a new turn and some good news, everybody. The Huns and the Vandals are at war, and we've got the pathetic coward over here coming over to Tarraco to try and make up for his previous folly. Carthaginova, though, between the two of them, they do still have some strength here in Iberia. I'm a bit tempted to send that chap over to North Africa to go and deal with the potential Berber attack, but you know what? Let's not worry about that too much. We're obviously putting this back under siege now. Split up these troops just to give us a little mix. You know what, though? If he's going to arrive back, I will actually send him over here. He's not going to quite make it this turn. Hopefully he doesn't get stabbed by the Berber arrival, but we can hope. We can hope that it's all absolutely fine. So we do have some spies over here, just keeping an eye on what our friends are up to. By the way, over at Leptis Magna, just one turn until surrender there. The rest of this is actually surprisingly happy. It's all fairly chill, and even Trevorum over here is actually just about settled down these days, mostly Christian. They can even deal with this guy being in here, who apparently they're not very fond of. So at this point, we are seeming to... Yeah, this one's a little bit slow on the conversion, but we'll deal with that in time. Get our assassin moving further in this direction. There we are, another Saxon assassin. Good practice, my good sir. They apparently failed to take Campus Frissi, which, yeah, is actually a pretty decently defended settlement when it comes to the old rebels. Okay, and what else in this world? Well, right now, we well, these guys haven't attacked us. They're blocking our route though, and there are a few of them. Quite a few of them actually. Now we're sending these over here to maybe deter them from that kind of thought, because at least then I have some units over here in Salona. Maybe they're just going straight for the heartlands, in which case the Coach Ballistae can have a rollout. So we'll see what they're doing next time, because I'm a little bit concerned. Right, how have we done today? Well, it's been a little bit slower, let's be fair. We've started to make progress back in Iberia. Cordoba taken nice and simply, of course, but Salamantica, a bit more complicated than imagined with that old battle there, but we've done the job. We've got some work to do to finish these guys off, and if the Berbers are attacking us this quickly, then maybe we're going to have to go and deal with that problem. I'll send one of these pagans out to his eventual death over there. Maybe, yes, that's what this guy can actually do, because quite frankly, corrupt drunkard, yes, he can just run off over there. We'll pass his good retinue over to this guy. I kind of prefer the executioner. He's a Christian after all, and a master of assassins. I quite like him. He's a good chap. So next time we'll try and get our revenge on Tarraco with this army, of course. Avaricum will soon be there. Some cavalry cleared off that army that were floating, and Spurius Flavorus will continue his Christianing campaign over towards Avaricum, which, let's be fair, ladies and gents, is almost entirely filled with peasants, because that's the way I planned it. So there's Gallic Navy over there, and of course, Tara. That'll be first up next time indeed. I think we're just about ready for this. Let's have a little look now. Tedious speaker. Oh, we didn't get to hear his speech, but nothing too good in terms of the battle here. So we should be able to take him out nice and easy at the start next time. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Daenerys the Human, and this has been our Western Empire campaign of Rome towards Barbarian Invasion. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Shoot the flames of death into their eyes. Oh no, we're gonna die! Coward. Stop, sir! You're supposed to die! Run away! Our ballistas can actually shoot our own gates. Okay, let's get on with this battle. Run away.